We're glad to have you here in New York. How has it been this season for you filming? How have you enjoyed it?
It's been really, it's been draining, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I really was not enjoying the season, to be honest. But you know, I'm not really that person that just get down and stay down.
Right.
I go through my little things and I get back up.
Right, yes. So, tell us how you made the seamless transition from being on Basketball Wives and then to being here on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Well, I'm glad that you say that, and I feel like it seems seamless because it was natural. It was a natural transition because on Basketball Wives you see that, you know, I was my friend, and a part of that season was about showing people her life as a basketball wife, having basketball wife friends, and then having friends who weren't really a part of that life, and just, you know, how you deal with friends over here and friends over there.
Right.
And you know, I've been living in Atlanta, and I've been an artist, and then I recently started dating Scrap, so it was just like a natural kind of transition.
Right. And a lot of women aspire to become a star, you know, overnight kind of, and you know, you are a beautiful woman, and it's been, you know, kind of something that you had to work for.
Absolutely, there was really no overnight success with me. A part of the reason that I was on Basketball Wives is because, to just take it back a little bit, they, like when you on a reality show, they will sit there and they will interview you and audition you just like it's a regular TV show you get cast for. And there were a lot of women in the running for my position on Basketball Wives. But because I had already established like a little following, and you know, had a little buzz as an independent artist, it just made it, you know, that was like my reward for the work that I was putting in at that time.
Right.
Yeah, so it's definitely not an overnight thing.
Right. Do you have you had a larger fan following now since people have seen you with Scrappy, and have women reached out to you because they have gone through similar situations with their boyfriends and things like that?
I always tell people I have fans coming from 3 different places. I have people coming from the Bamlanta days, which was like my first mixtape, and then Basketball Wives, and now Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And Scrap is like the most, he's one of, like when I go out with him, I didn't really realize this before he and I dated, but he is really famous, like popular, like people know him everywhere we go. And so when I was on Basketball Wives, of course I was on TV and all that stuff, but you know, people would know me and, you know, see me and recognize me sometimes, but now it's just like, oh my god, like, you know, like, little Scrappy skin. I'm like, oh wow, like I didn't realize how, you know, famous he was, and how many different types of people, you know, were Scrap fans. So he definitely has a large fan base and following, which has definitely, you know, increased mine. But yeah, women all over the world, all different types of situations have definitely reached out to me, and they can kind of relate to some of the things that they see me go through. Right.
And your story was definitely a heart-wrenching story this season, and you know, I know a lot of people, and I know, you know, me myself have gone through situations similar to yours. And how has your recovery period been with that? Are you know, how has it been? Are you still?
Well, this is what I always tell people. You can cry strong, but just don't cry long. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get it out. Like, I'm a very emotional woman. Like, I will, you know, it may look like oh, she's so tough, rough, like whatever. But you know, I have feelings too, and I just get it out and I keep it moving. You know, you can't cry about it for days and days, months, and you know, all that stuff. Like, you gotta really be in tune with your feelings and your emotions, and I feel like I am. Like, when I'm going through something, I'm very open with it. I don't try to hide it and pretend like nothing's going on. Like, I deal with it and get it out and keep it moving.
one thing that I really have to credit to you and give you kudos for is that you are a very down-to-earth and natural and gorgeous woman. People that look like you, and you know, women that are as stunning, and you know, not to keep gassing up your head or nothing. But you know, women that are as model-esque as you are not really as usually down to earth as you.
Well, I give credit to my parents for that, or mostly my mom, because my mom never like doted on me like, oh, you're so pretty. Like, you know, she told me I was beautiful, but for the most part it was like, you're smart.
Right,
like,
right.
You're smart. Like, you're fun to be around. And she explained to me at an early age, like, those are the most important things. Like, just because you're pretty, or you know, you look this way or dress this way, like, I mean, that shit's gonna wear off. And she even kind of got on my teachers when I was younger. Like, they would be like, oh, we love her. And she'd be like, how's she doing in school though?
Right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? So,
yes.
You know, shout out to my mom for that, because like, to me, you know, I do like to make sure my appearance is together, but that's not really like, you know, a big thing.
Right, right. I understand that. So, and you do have a head on your shoulders. Do you want to get your, do you want to update your fans on any upcoming projects that you have coming out?
Well, absolutely. I have the app that's called The Band, and on that app, the people who download this app, they have access to everything that I have going on. The main thing right now is the charity, the Pink Out Poverty. So whenever we're having events or whatever, like, you'll get an update straight to your phone, like the music that I put out, whatever it is that I'm doing. The app, the people who have the app, they'll get it first.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. And then you did say that you came from a musical background.
Absolutely.
And you used to MC, used to rap.
I still
like
do.
That. Okay.
It's just been kind of difficult for me finding a balance between TV, relationship, all these other hats that I wear, and like the music. So that's my struggle right now, and that's what I'm working on. Just trying to be able to balance everything, because there are so many important things like in my life. So I just feel necessary that I have to be able to balance all that stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally understand that. And you know, you can't spread yourself too thin.
Right.
Yes,
right.
yes. So I definitely want to give you all the props in the world, because you are a fan favorite, and people always tune in to see what's going on with you next every Monday.
I appreciate that. It's really been rough to just kind of like, you know, like with these shows, if you, in a sense, like the people who are responsible for putting their shows together, they usually have a different perception of how they want you to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I came on to Love and Hip Hop from Basketball Wives, people just assumed that, oh, I was going to be with a turn up like all day, every day. But you know, it's a whole different situation, because on Basketball Wives, I was around a whole bunch of chicks like all day, every day, and just being catty, didn't have anything else to do. But now, you know what I'm saying, I'm in a relationship, so I feel like it's very important to represent the person that you're with.
Right.
Opposed to just, I could be on there and just turn up and just be, but you know, that would be very disrespectful to the person that I'm with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
yes.
It's a fine line between being true to who you are and just really being who somebody else wants you to be.
That's the truth. And we've all heard that, you know, the show is molded to fit a certain expectation that the audience, you know, wants to see, or, you know, the turn up, so to speak. Or every reality show.
Absolutely.
Like that.
I feel like I gave a nice little balance, because, you know, if you guys remember, like on Basketball Wives, I was very vocal, and I was very just, you know, kind of aggressive in a sense, but I never had any physical altercation on that show. And so on this show, I was trying to be the opposite. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to be very just like, I don't know, just calm and a little bit more mature. But it seems like when you go there, people take you there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I do want to apologize to the people who I disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Because people are like, oh my God, I can't believe like you did this or you did that. But I was really like on this moment.
You know what? And that's what I, spoke about before when it comes to the realness and the actual, expectations that people have. But when it comes down to that, you have brought a new flavor to the show when you came on to the show. You made the transition, in my eyes, to, being wifey on the show, you know what I mean? And not in any kind of bad way. It's like, how do you address rumors, How do you address the rumors?
I mean, straight up, like, to me, like, when I hear certain things, just as a person, it kind of bother you, like, whoa, like, wow, where'd they get this from? But, I like to, if you hear something, you want to know something, what's up? Like, we can talk about it, and we can, figure out how you got here.
Right,
what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I'm open with everything. Like, whatever somebody want to know, like, I'm willing to give you the true, honest answer to whatever it is.
Okay, yeah, I know.
I don't think you should do these shows if you have a lot of stuff to hide. You're trying to hide because most of these people make a career out of trying to find dirt on you. You know what I'm saying? Like your cast member. Her career is going to be to figure out everything you've done in your past. And that's her job. So, but to me, like, I don't have anything to hide.
Hi, how are you? I'm Lamar with KELLIEBREW'S. How are you?
Y'all got the Bambi.
The Bambi, yeah.
Y'all get that good stuff.
I didn't want you to completely interrupt your interview, but
we got a party tonight, so we're gonna do it. But I'll
Okay. Well, tell me about the party.
Okay, I hit you and then I'll do a little bit.
okay. Oh my goodness! Wow, so exciting! All night. But yeah, I was just about to turn up myself because I'm sitting there with my ex watching your show, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this girl is like totally disrespecting the foundation that you've built with this guy. And how is that even acceptable?
You know what? A lot of people don't even really, like, I mean, you're in a relationship, you get it. There's so many girls out here who haven't even really been respected enough by guys to be in a relationship, so they don't really get it. And that's another thing, like, what you guys were able to see on the show, like we were, I mean, it was a lot more going on in our relationship than what you guys got to see. So people don't really understand, and I don't really expect them to understand like the real like dynamic of our relationship.
Right.
They didn't get to see it, so they're thinking like I'm just this other chick that he flipped the right way. You know what I'm saying?
And then for me, I mean, like, as a viewer, I could see the realness established between you two, and then, the flirtation that was going on just between them, and that's it.
Right.
And that happens every day, for women who are, trying to get the ring, trying to, establish a firm foundation with a man that they love, and then there are these other chicks who try to get a fly-by-night, title or whatever, so to speak, and it's very disrespectful to me.
Oh, it is disrespectful, and but what I don't want to do is put all the blame on her.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Because he definitely played a part in everything that was going on.
Absolutely.
And I feel like whoever's dealing with Scrap should know Scrap. Like, if you're gonna call this man your friend, you're gonna have to realize that he's a different kind of person. You know what I'm saying? Like, he will say some things and not necessarily mean those things because he's very emotional. And I experienced that with him when he and I were friends. So that's why I feel like I know him well enough to know what time it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But what I want to say is that at the end of the day, he's with you, and I, no disrespect to Erica Pinkett. Like, she is a beautiful girl, and she'll find someone, and she'll have to go through the healing process that a lot of us women did have to go through as well.
Right.
After being, tossed aside and thinking that someone did love us too. So that's all. I'm just healing my own wounds.
Right. No, absolutely. But I kind of feel her on that a little bit. But like I said, she has a responsibility as a woman to kind of decipher between the bullshit. Like, because that's what what we get from men. That is what we get from them. Like a man will say anything to you.
Yep.
To get the you know what.
Yep.
And so as a woman you have to really put your foot down and set some guidelines and some restrictions and whatever, because I had that same issue with him, but I didn't fall for it.
Right.
You know, he was in and out of relationships, doing everything that he was doing, and you know, he had came at me a couple times, but I felt like as a woman my responsibility was to shut it down.
Right.
Like, oh no, like we're not gonna go here until you're done with the situation you got going on. So
thank you for the enlightenment, because I think that you are dropping jewels amongst a lot of your fans and a lot of women who are currently going through, you know, turmoil in their love lives.
I know, and you know, it's nothing nobody can say to somebody who's going through it, because you know we've all been there. But what I can say is that you know, just take care of yourself. Put yourself first, and it does get better. It feels the same every time you go through it, so it's no like really cure for it or something that can protect you from heartbreak. Then you're gonna feel the same every time. But you know, we want to get there. Like we want to get in these situations with people and get close enough with people to kind of want to be able to feel that.
Right. That's the truth.
I don't know if that makes sense.
It does make sense.
I want to be there with somebody. Like if I don't care, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's not fun. But if you can make me be like,
yeah.
You know,
That's the connection. That's the connection. Yeah. And I think you might be able to use a lot of these experiences or a lot of the things that you've been through in your music.
Absolutely.
And in your, you know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So we're going to be looking forward to it. We're going to be looking forward to every project that you have coming out. We love you.
I appreciate that so much.
You're the love part of the Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, great. Because I was like, where the fuck is the love gonna come in at, right? Who's gonna be loving around here?
But we love you, KELLIEBREW'S.com and Bambi, the band, OG Bambi Johnson. We love you. Thank you for your time.